Hello everyone, welcome back to the another virtual class of political science. So today I am here in order to discuss a very important topic, which is independence of judiciary. Okay, like a legislature, executive, the last chapter from section A is judiciary. So this question I found it a little bit confusing for the students. They find it very difficult to understand. Is the independence of judiciary, which is ensured in India and USA, is different? So three questions I have written over here. These are the questions asked in the board exams. Okay. The first one is what are the essential conditions to ensure the independence of judiciary? Ensure the independent judiciary. This means we can give examples of India and USA. Okay. Now the second one, how is the independence of judiciary maintained in India? How it is maintained in India? And the third one is how is judicial independence ensured in the Constitution of United States of America? Okay, so we are not going to discuss these three questions separately. So when we discuss this question, you'll understand both these questions clearly. I'll try to explain it in different terms while discussing this question. Okay, so let's start our today's class. So I'm trying, and now I'll focus you to this blackboard. So here I have written some of the important points on which we are going to make a discussion related to the independence of judiciary. Now, how is the judicial independence ensured? Or we can say, how is judiciary ensured? Or we can say that how is the independence of judiciary ensured in India as well as in USA? Different questions. The topic is same. Okay. Now the first question is first topic is the first point which we are going to discuss is a sound method, a very sound method of appointment. So mostly in almost all the countries of the world, my dear, the appointment making power is given in the hands of the executives. Okay, so let's discuss about India and USA, how they are appointed. So in USA, the judges are appointed by the President of USA. In USA, the judges are appointed by the President of USA. Okay. In India, the judges are also appointed by the President of India. Now, little bit of difference is there. Like while appointing the judges of the Supreme Court of USA, the President of America, while making an appointment, needs the approval of the senators. Now you can see a very sound and a proper method. President directly cannot appoint. To appoint the judges of Supreme Court, he needs the approval of the senators. Okay. Now in India, President appoints the judges, but while appointing the judges of Supreme Court, my dear, the President of India consults the senior most judges of Supreme Court, number one. He also consults the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Okay, if required, he may also consult the senior most judges of High Court. So this is the process. A very proper and a sound method is followed in order to appoint the judges of a Supreme Court. So there is no interference from the legislature. Okay, there is no one who can raise a question regarding the appointment of the judges. So it is mentioned over here, judges should be appointed in such a way as can ensure both the appointment of highly qualified and dedicated person. Both the highly qualified and dedicated person. A person who is appointed must be qualified enough, who knows everything about the judiciary and law, and must be dedicated. He must be dedicated towards his job. So I told you both. If the questions are asked in a different way, if it is asked about India, give the example of India. If it is asked about USA, then you can give the example of USA. Judges of the Supreme Court of USA are appointed by the President after getting approved by the senators. Okay. In the similar manner, if you are asked the question related to India, then the judges of Supreme Court are appointed by the President after consulting the Chief Justice. If Chief Justice is not there, then definitely the senior most judges of the Supreme Court. A proper and a sound method of appointment is applied. Okay. Now the second one you can see here, highly qualified. Okay, high qualifications of the judges. Definitely, to become the judge of Supreme Court or the High Court, definitely the person who is going to be the judge must be highly qualified, right? So what should be the qualification? What are the qualifications required to become the judge of Supreme Court of USA or India? So let me tell you, my dear, there is nothing mentioned about the qualification required by the judges of Supreme Court of USA in the Constitution of USA. So there is no mention about the qualification in the Constitution of USA. Okay, but it doesn't mean that there is nothing mentioned in the Constitution, so we can catch anybody from the street and make him the judge of the Supreme Court. No. So common sense is also something, right? So definitely only persons with sound qualities of head and heart, a person having a quality of sound mind and heart, okay, persons with the wide experiences, okay, and dedicated to the legal profession, he must have a good experience. So let me tell you, nothing mentioned in the Constitution of USA what should be the qualification, but a person must be of a sound mind and health, he must be dedicated, he must be experienced. So definitely a person must have a law degree, he must have gone to the college, he must have cleared the LLB's exams and all, whatever law degrees he should possess. Okay, so that is in the case of USA. Now if we talk about India, we all know it is specifically mentioned in the Constitution of USA, my dear, in Constitution of India, that what should be the qualification required to become the judge of Supreme Court, High Court, or any other subordinate court. So let me give you the examples. Like the qualifications required to become the judge of Supreme Court. Very, very simple. A person must be a citizen of India. A person must be a judge of any of the high courts for how many years? 5 years. He must have served as a judge of high court for how many years? 5 years. Then if not that, or if that is not found, or if it is not there, then a person must be an advocate of any of the high court for 10 years. So 5 years as a judge, if not that, then 10 years as an advocate. If that is also not possible, if that is also not found, so a person must be a distinguished jurist in the eyes of the president. So this is specifically mentioned in the Constitution of India. Okay, did you understand? So this is all about the independence, how it is ensured. Okay, the first one, sound method of appointment. Appointments are done by the president, but you can see here senator's approval required, the suggestions from the higher judges required. Okay, now qualification, as I told you, there is no specific qualification mentioned in the Constitution of USA, whereas it is mentioned in the Constitution of India. Okay, now the third one is long and stable tenure. Long and stable tenure. So first of all, let us talk about India. So once a person becomes a judge of Supreme Court, what will be his tenure? The judges of Supreme Court remains in office until he attains the age of 65. So once he becomes 65 years, he will have a retirement. Okay, so it is a very simple word. A judges of Supreme Court of India remains in office until he attains the age of 65. If it is in the case of High Court of India, then 62. 62 in the case of High Court and 65 in the case of Supreme Court. Okay, now that is on one side. What about the qualification mentioned in the Constitution of USA regarding the retirement or the tenure of the judges? So nothing is mentioned about the tenure of the judges of Supreme Court in the Constitution of USA, but still a person definitely retires after the age of 70. Long time back there was nothing mentioned about when a person can retire. Okay, there was one judge, his name was Victor Hug. He continued after becoming very sick. He was senile, he became blind also, but he continued. He became very old, but still he continued. But there was no such a provision that you can remove him or tell him to leave. He was doing his job properly. Okay, so then later on the Americans made some changes and made it possible that a judge can retire after the age of 70. A person or a judge who retires after the age of 70 will get the benefits of service. What does it mean? That means After the voluntary retirement, after 70 years, he will get all the facilities which he was getting in service. Like the judges of India, if they retire, they get pensions and other benefits. But the judges of the Supreme Court of USA, if they retire after 70 years voluntarily, if they retire, then they get all the facilities which they used to get during the tenure of his service. Same salaries, same facilities, same that means requirements given before will be given to him. So it is better after the age of 70. Why not we retire? Why to work? I'm going to get the same benefit. So it is there that after the age of 70 years. Okay, so judges continue to hold office till the age of 70 years in USA. After that he retires. Okay, and in India, judges remain in office till the age of Supreme Court judges remain in office till the age of 65. Till the age of 65 doesn't mean a 65 years. What is the tenure of the Supreme Court? 65 years. No, it's not. You have to simply use the sentence until he attains the age of 65 or till the age of 65. Suppose a person became a judge at the age of 64. What will be his term? 1 year. 64. Next year he will complete 1 year, he will turn into 65, then he will retire. So he will get all the retirement benefits. Okay, so long and stable tenure, so no need to worry. So once you are appointed, there is no worry to think that oh, I'll be removed, nothing like that. Definitely removal is there, but that is a very difficult process, so that we'll discuss now. Difficult method of removals. Just before this we discussed long and stable tenure. Okay, that is final. But is there any way to remove the president if he remove the Supreme Court judges if he goes against the constitution? Yes, definitely there is a process, and that is known as impeachment, which we have discussed in the earlier classes also. Right? So the judges of Supreme Court of USA or India, if you talk about India, they are removed or they can be removed only through the process called impeachment. Now one small difference I'll try to clear over here. Like if a judge of Supreme Court of USA is to be impeached, then definitely House of Representatives will move a motion and the entire investigation and the final decisions will be taken by the Senate. Okay. In the case of India, my dear, vice versa. If Lok Sabha imposes an allegation, then Rajya Sabha will investigate, and if Rajya Sabha will impose an allegation, then Lok Sabha will investigate. So that is vice versa. So don't think that it is long and stable. Yes, it is long and stable, but in between, if they go against the constitution, or if they try to take bribe, or try to defame the chair on which they are holding, my dear, then definitely they will be removed to the process called impeachment. Okay. Okay, they can be removed only through the process called impeachment. This is the impeachment process. The entire process is known as impeachment, which we have discussed many times in our previous classes. Many times we have discussed in our classes. Okay. Now the last one, high salaries. Definitely high salary is also very important. They are giving their time to save the judicial system. They are giving dispensing justice, so they must be given salaries. So one thing I must clear it over here, my dear. Why they are given high salaries? Why they are given high salaries? So that they may not be attracted towards bribe. If they are given good salaries, handsome salaries, my dear, so definitely no way can anybody attract them with a huge amount of money to give justice in their favor. No, my dear. So judges are paid well, good salaries, handsome salaries, so that they may not be attracted towards any bribe. Okay, they are given good salaries. Salaries are there, extra facilities are there, right? All the facilities are beared by the state government and all. Okay, so good salaries are given to them. Okay, so next one is educate and good after retirement. After retirement, so definitely, so if you are concerned about future, after retirement, what will I do? What job I have to do? So if you are worried about your future, can you do your work in a present situation? So thinking about the future, you're spoiling your present. So I can spoil my present, but judges cannot, my dear, because they have to give justice. They have to think about providing justice in a proper manner. Suppose the judge is thinking about the future, क्या करूँगा, कैसे करूँगा, कैसे जिंदगी चलेगा, then definitely, if under pressure, under tension, if he give punishment, you are hanged till that, you are sentenced lifetime imprisonment, so that is going to spoil the life of a person, and that will bring a bad name for the country and to the chair also. So a person must not be thinking about the future. That is why it is clearly given over here, educate and good after they are given good. Like if you talk about judges of USA, after 70 years, if they retire, they get the facility of a service, salary, full salary they will get, all the facilities which they were getting in job, in service, they will get the same thing. So why to think about the future? Why to think about retirement? Okay, and the Indian judges, they also get the pensions. Okay, they get pensions and all retirements benefits and old age benefits they get. So what all we want? Okay, so if you think about the future, then definitely you will try to indulge yourself in collecting more and more money. Above salary also you want more, so you may be bribed easily. If a person wants your decision to be in his favor, then definitely he will bribe you, he will give you huge amount. So why you want money? Because you are concerned about future. So better you will be paid in a handsome way, you will be paid good salaries, and after retirement also you don't have to think and more, you do your job properly. Okay, retirement benefits will be given to you, all the good benefits after retirement will be in your favor. Okay, now the last one, no practice after retirement. That is very important. No practice. What is the meaning of practice? The work of a judge, lawyer, that is known as practice. Doctors work is also called practice. Okay, so after retirement, though you are very young, after the age of 65, the person is still young, he can go to the court and fight, that means fight cases in the court for his client. That is possible. So that way, my dear, there can be some influence. So why it is said no practice after retirement? To make it sure that a person is not influenced. Suppose for example, I am the judge of Supreme Court and you are the advocate in the same court. So we have a good relations. Right now I am the judge and you are the advocate, you fight cases. So after few years, after my retirement, you have become the judge and I come in your court to fight a case for my client. So there is a possibility that you may be influenced by me. So there should not be any such influences in future. That is why strictly it is mentioned no practice after retirement. Okay, so it is mentioned over here. Judge, in order to please their future possible employees who can provide them employment or engage them as their lawyers. So they can do so. Please their future. In order to please their future possible employers. So they can please them, they can influence them. So very very simple. नो प्रैक्टिस आफ्टर रिटायरमेंट. रिटायरमेंट के बाद क्या होगा सोचने की बिल्कुल भी जरूरत नहीं. आप अभी का समय जो है सही तरीका से आप काम करो. Think about the present and do your work sincerely. No need to think about the future. Why you are thinking about the future? You will be paid properly. Every month you are getting the salaries. After retirement you will be given good salaries and pensions. Right? Very simple. लिख दिया constitution में no practice after retirement. काम अभी करना है आपको. Okay. So this way, my dear, these are the 7 points through which we can understand how the essence, how the independence of judiciary is ensured. So now let us come back to the questions once again. So these are the 3 questions which we have tried to discuss in different ways. So I hope all these questions are clear now. Right? If you are asked this question, then give the example of India, how the independence of judiciary ensured in India. The same thing. Just you have to remove US examples. And if you are asked about America, then the same thing you have to discuss. Only you don't have to discuss about India. So these are some of the important things which we have to keep it in our mind. Hope you all have understood it. Actually, I was not thinking to make a video on this, but many of the students they requested me, sir, please make a video on this topic also. For them, I have made it. So hope you all have understood it. So in the next class, we'll discuss some different topics. So till then, take care, stay safe. Bye bye.